Hello everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters.
And Jess.
And we are here with you for another side-by-side layout, scrappy layout. The common theme, as it was last time we did this video, is Cocoa Vanilla Studio. We are using the No Limits collection. So this was their most recent kind of more boyish collection, but it's not because I've just released their new one. But this was released, I think, around 2022 from memory. And so we are creating very different pages, but there's some similarities. I am creating definitely a grid style layout. So I've actually used the cut apart sheet, or one of the cut apart sheets that came in the collection, exactly as is, as in it looks exactly the same. I just cut apart the cut apart sheet and then distress the edges, and then I'm re-sticking them down onto just some white cardstock. So I did see a layout by Melissa Vining not many years ago, but in 2022 when this collection first came out, and I'm definitely was inspired by her layout. It's not a direct scrap lift, although it is pretty similar, but she was definitely the inspiration for this. I even said to Jess, I saw a layout that Melissa did, and I went back and found it, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So I'm using the cut apart exactly as is, basically. Just getting little bits of paper all over the desk.
Mine is, as Katie said, a little bit different with similar aspects. You can technically say that mine would also be a grid layout, but in a very different way to Katie's. I've got 3 photos, with 2 photos being 3x4 size, and then a little photo I cut down to 3x3 size. And then in the last sort of spot, I guess you would say, is where my title is going to go. Another common thread I feel like we did throughout ours is the circles.
Oh, yeah, we did, yeah. I definitely got a lot of circles, which I think in this collection you'd call them planets. Yeah. I think they're going with the planet vibe, but I definitely
they're golf balls for
golf
me.
Balls for you. Yeah, that's true. Given your photos. My photos have nothing to do with space, but I'm definitely embracing the space theme. They're just photos of the kids outside, so both Addison and Lincoln. They're just outside. The reason I chose the photos is because Addison's wearing an orange, like, puffy vest. These were taken in July last year, obviously. And so she's wearing an orange puffy vest, and then there's she's in the orange and yellow, or the red and yellow car, and the red steering wheel on Lincoln calls it our pirate ship, which is really just our climbing frame. So the colours lent themselves really well to this collection. Nothing to do with space, but I'm totally going to embrace the space theme.
Whereas mine, the boys are off on an adventure. We were walking along the river just to have a little river walk, and Jack suggested that we go down and see if we could climb on the rocks. And the climbing on the rocks just led to climbing in, to taking our shoes off, to discovering that the golf course that is on the other side of the river quite often hits golf balls into the water. And it turned into a mission as to how many golf balls could we find. And we ended up going home with 18 golf balls. So,
score.
Yeah, quite a score. Quite a score. Hence my title being Awesome Finds. When I went upstairs to get the thickers, and Katie said, "Why finds? Don't you just mean awesome find?" I'm like, well, no, we found 18. So I will definitely need to add some journaling.
You will, because I think awesome find reads better.
It does. But we found 18.
No, you did. It works. And I am just playing around. So I'm not doing 3 embellishment classes. In fact, technically I've got 6. I was at 5, no, 6. Because I am putting embellishments on each of the the spare spaces. So there's 2 4x6 size
and 4
cards, and then 4 3x4s that don't have photos on them. So I'm just embellishing all of them. So it definitely is a lot of embellishments that go on this page, but I'm actually really happy with it. It's cute. This is a cute collection. It's the first time I'd used it. Can you believe that? I bought this in 2022 when it first came out. Hadn't touched it.
Whereas I've got hardly any left.
Yeah. It's a good collection. I was trying to use Legendary first.
Yeah, fair.
So I used up all of Legendary. I've got none left. And then
So you're good at killing kits. I just use little bits of everything and then still have little bits of everything left over.
I'm trying. I'm trying to, as I said, use up all my older Cocoa Vanilla Studio stuff in my current How to Kill a Kit with Style, or well, I don't know when this video is going up, but in my How to Kill a Kit with Style from the first quarter. So hopefully I get all that used up. I don't know yet because we recorded this video in February. You probably know already if I've managed to kill those or that kit that I put together. But yeah, I'm trying to use up those ones that I only have little bits left of. Not the big ones that I've still got heaps of, like These Days and
the newer
all of that
ones.
stuff, and Storyteller and all of that. But the older ones, I'm trying to get them out of my stash. Because I love Cocoa Vanilla Studio and I want to put it on my pages so I can look at them.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially because they released their, like, as we said, it's February now, so their pre-order for their latest collection is up. So I want to be able to buy that guilt-free, knowing that I've killed more of the other supplies.
Yeah, and actually use some of I think I've used Storyteller once.
Yeah.
And the new one, what's that called? The new one before this
The
new
home one?
Yeah, I haven't used that one at all.
No, I haven't either. To be fair, I only got it in December. Katie gave it to me for December Advent calendar.
I did.
So I haven't used mine either. So what now? Oh, Katie was picking on me because she's such a horrible person. Because my clusters were almost finished, but she knew I planned to use thread. I was like, did you use thread last? And normally, no, I'd be knowing where I was going to put it, but I had no idea where I wanted to put it. So I made my clusters, then looked at where the thread would match the best, and then pulled my clusters back up to put my thread down, which is such a bizarre way to do it, but it worked.
It did work. Someone asked in the first side-by-side video we did this year in January, how we went scrapping so close to each other. It's tricky. Not going to lie, it's tricky. We bump elbows all the time.
It made me think of, like, you know when you have a dinner party and you squeeze too many people in and you're like chickens at the table? That's what it made me think of.
Yeah, and we also, I said this on our other voiceover for the video we did in February, but we had to pre-plan our layouts quite a lot because we don't have time to faff around, but also when you've got such limited space to work in, you have to keep yourself like quite contained. So we definitely planned these layouts out before we filmed.
All the creative decisions.
It's not the best. Like if I was creating all day, there's no way I could create this close to Jess. Just in terms of you just don't have enough space even to put things out and spread them out around you. So you definitely, it is difficult to film this close to each other.
Katie also has a glass top table.
I do. Yeah, it's great. It's a dining room table.
So we don't have our overhead lights on because that would like be a reflective mirror right into your face. So that's why you can see the camera.
So if you want to know our filming setup, you can see, or mine, you can see it's like my dad made a stand. It's just like a wooden stand with two legs and then the top part, and then I wrap a tripod around it like
with
a flexible
the bendy
one.
legs. Yeah.
And I shove my phone in there. And Jess found these cool lights. Only one of mine still work, unfortunately. But these cool like LED lights that you've got warm light or cool light, and they're like a strip. So they attach just by using cable ties to the top of our little strip. You can sort of see it in the reflection there. It's hard to tell because you
can
don't
see
really know
the
what you're
cable
looking
ties.
at. But I can turn that on, and that uses
shines down on
daylight, cool light. So
I use that. I have two of them connected to mine. And I use them. I think they're amazing.
Yeah, they're really good. I need to find another one, actually.
They weren't that expensive, like $20 or something.
You found them on clearance, that's why.
Oh, yeah, I did too. At Bunnings.
Yeah, at Bunnings. Good old Bunnings. Did you see they renamed... Sorry, does anyone watch Bluey?
Yes, Hammer Barn!
So if you watch Bluey, there's a shop in Bluey called Hammer Barn, which is based on a real-life store in Australia called Bunnings, which is like a hardware store. They're literally identical. Like, you cannot... If you live in Australia, you know that they are going to Bunnings when they talk about Hammer Barn. Like, the facade's the same,
colours,
everything's the same. Yeah. The logo's the same. And they've partnered with Bunnings this year. And they rebranded a store in every state and one in New Zealand as well to Hammer Barn, which was so cool.
And they had little garden gnomes that were like...
Husbands, yeah.
Yeah, it was so cute.
Yeah, we didn't go because I didn't want to...
It's too
much hype. Well, it's too much hype too.
It was a long way from us.
It was a long way. It's on the other side. All right. We just talked through our finishing layouts. So here's our close-up photos. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like our side-by-sides. We will try and do, I can't promise one a month, but that's what we're going to try and aim for. It's just getting the two of us together is tricky.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.